Now for the skin, I'm just gonna slice it very thinly, very small, let it crumble, let it fall. Welcome to Quarantine Cooking, episodes where we'll show you healthy dishes that'll help you look better, feel better, and live longer. I'm Argelino, and today we're going to do two versions of chicken sisig. Now we've done bango sisig in the past. Today it's going to be chicken. It's going to be prepared traditionally, but we're not going to use pork since it's going to make use of the face and that's going to take a lot of time. I'm going to show you how to prepare fast, easy, delicious chicken sisig, which also has a little health benefit on the side. So what you'll need are, I'm just going to use chicken thighs. I would usually boil, or I would usually tenderize a whole chicken, but that's going to take a lot of time. Now you could use the choice cuts faster. Chicken thighs, because it has an equal amount of fat and lean meat, and it's very juicy, so that's good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to debone them quickly. So always remember to have separate chopping boards for your meat and for your vegetables. So make sure your hands are clean as well. Debone chicken thighs right here. I'm going to use this little knife, and you could do this, or you could let your vendor do this too. Okay, so slowly run your knife through that, run your blade through that. So this dish could actually be served as an appetizer or as a main meal on top of steaming rice. There you go, deboned chicken thigh. And this one you can save this for stocks or broths. That just goes on the plate right there. Okay, so we're just trimming the bones off. We're not removing this part right here, which is like the fatty stuff, because that's going to be rendered away in our skillet later when we fry it. So you might be wondering, why debone it now? That way, when it's cooked later, we don't do a lot more stuff. We're just gonna slice it immediately. Slice na natin siya kagad. So when this is all done, what we're going to do next is we're going to fry up the liver, chicken liver, brown them. So this first recipe that I'm going to show you hails from a restaurant called Max's Restaurant. So it's a very famous chicken restaurant here in the Philippines. And the second recipe that I'm going to show you comes from Illuminati Bar and Restaurant. That's the little baby that I had in the past. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun serving and cooking for the people. Cooking for the people you love, who support you. Okay, so that's that. We've got a lot of broth material right here. So I'm gonna pass this off. And also be careful not to contaminate your other board with these raw chicken. Okay, so we've got our electric skillet ready to go right here. So what I'm going to do is just drop it off. And this is going to cook so fast. And while we're doing that, I'm going to preheat our square griddle on medium heat, like that. Okay. No season yet. We're going to do it skin side down. And again, no oil. So we just want them to crisp up. Cover that like that. And let's prepare our livers as well. So we're just going to brown these up. We're going to make them crispy. My version, what I did actually was puree it or mince it so that it's a different kind of texture. But I love the Max's Restaurant one. Like so. Okay, then we're just gonna leave it like that. And while all of that's cooking, let's prepare our vegetables. Let me just clear the station. So we're just gonna lightly season our meats right here with a little bit of salt. Same goes for the liver. A little bit of black pepper. I love black pepper. And that's that. Just salt and pepper. We've got our vegetables here. I've got some chilies. That's going to add color to the dish. I want it to be spicy, so we're going to, but that's all up to you. We're just going to slice it like so. Garlic, we're going to chop some garlic up. So this is about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, but I want it to be a little bit garlicky, which is going to be balanced by the calamansi and the onion. We're toasting the liver, and its aroma is so great. So let's just check on the liver. Yes, I will have that. Oh my gosh, so delicious. This is the texture that we are looking for in the liver. It's going to be crispy outside. Okay, so we're just going to let it roast for a little bit more. We just want to mince these garlics up. The other version of this actually utilizes alcohol. It's still quarantine cooking. We're still in quarantine. There's still a liquor ban. So do give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Share if you've loved it. And I'd also love to give a big thanks to Titanium Lining Corp, TLC, for sponsoring this cooking video today. Do visit our page. Watch our recipes there. Watch our videos there. And I'd also like to give a big shout out to our Rojas team, who's also doing healthy home cooked dishes just like this one for you guys. So onions, just gonna slice them up. Later on we're gonna fry all of this up here. So our liver is looking very, very good, very, very toasted. Let's check on the chicken. Yes, that's so great. It's going to look like this. Are you focused?
Yeah.
Are you focused?
Yeah.
Focus?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Focus? Yeah, look at that. And this is what I've been telling you. If this still had bones in it, it'll be difficult to somewhat cut them later. But this one, we saved time. So all of the fat from that chicken had been rendered out. And that slightly makes our dish healthier. We didn't add any additional fat. We didn't add any additional oil. And we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna let that toast for a few more minutes. Now, celery. For the celery, we're going to reserve a little bit of its leaves just for garnish later. And I love using celery. It has a certain crunch to it. It has a bitter flavor. But what we're going to do is right before we're going to serve it, or right before everything gets done, we're going to toast them up with all of these. And that's going to cut down the bitterness a bit. So we want to slice them thinly like so. Maganda siyang pangpadagdag ng flavor. We're not going to deprive ourselves with the good stuff. It's actually a great source of fiber. We want to put fiber in our dish. That way, it's easy. That way it's going to be good for the digestive system. Our liver is quite batok. So we're just going to flip this one more time. And yes, don't worry about your liver looking like at the moment. That's basically what we want for it. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We're going to turn the heat down for this. Turn the heat off. We are also going to turn the skillet off now. Oh yeah. Our chicken is looking golden and crispy. So we're going to... Oh yeah. Look at that chicken. Look at that chicken. Oh yeah. That chicken is looking so great. Okay, so we want about half a cup of this beautiful celery. There's no better way of celebrating life and celebrating food than you cooking it at home. Half a cup of celery, 1 red onion, 5 cloves of garlic, chili peppers, a little bit of garnish over here. All for veggies done. Let's make the sauce. We're going to need, I've got a little bowl right here, strainer, and what we're going to do, slice the little mansis in half and make sure they're washed. Like that, like that. And we're going to pour it in here. And that's gonna brighten our dish. And that's gonna make your hands smell beautiful. If you're preparing fish, squid, or the likes, mga malalansang dishes, rub it on here. Okay, so that's about 3 calamansi there. You could adjust. But again, sisig is originally maasim. It's a maasim dish. It's like an ensalada. Okay. Alright, so we've got our calamansi done. We're just gonna put it aside right here. So we've got calamansi juice right over here. On this little bowl, we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And yes, y'all looking at me like, oh, he's putting mayonnaise in the sisig. In my version of the sisig, I'm not using mayonnaise. So basically, this is Max's style of doing their own thing. To the mayonnaise, we're going to add about a teaspoon of soy sauce and about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, fresh cracked black pepper, and we're going to add the calamansi juice. Yum. Very, very delightful. So you can taste and adjust, taste and adjust. We're just gonna mix everything up. Give that a taste. I'm going to add just a tablespoon of sugar to make it sweeter. So basically just taste and adjust as you go. Make the minor adjustments, suit your taste. By the end of the day, it's going to be you. We're just here to guide you. Okay, so that's done. Sauce right there. Now, let's cut up our chicken and our liver. Should we use the same board? No, right? Alright, so we just did the switcheroo, and now what we're going to do is give it a little toast. Chicken right here. I actually want to separate a little bit of that skin. I'm gonna cut it like so. Why am I separating the skin? So we can drizzle it all over later, our dish. And that's going to act sort of like a garnish. That is crispy. It kind of like has a liempo feel to it. And yes, be careful when you're touching oily stuff. Make sure to wipe it so that your hand doesn't slip. Next goes our liver. And we're just gonna rough chop this like that. Give it a rough chop. So all of this is gonna come together in this dish. It's going to be so wonderful. And we're just gonna quickly set the fire on our square griddle, and that's done. Yeah, I think that's a very good ratio of liver to chicken meat. Now for the skin, I'm just gonna slice it very thinly, very small. Let it crumble, let it fall. Yeah, so we're going to fry our onions first. We just want to sweat these onions out, release its flavor. Let me add a little bit of salt, which is going to help it sweat out. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of chili. After I cook this, I can just remove this handle, leave it on the table, and make that as my servingware. Garlic. It's gonna be a party in the mouth. Now, we're going to add our chicken to this. So to this, I'm going to add a little bit of our mayonnaise or our dressing. Just a little bit, half of it first. And let that simmer. Okay, so we're just gonna do like that. I'm so excited to taste this. So we've got that toasting, caramelizing. So we are going to add our liver. Okay, come on. Alright, so we've got the livers in. And basically what we're going to do is just mix it all up like that. I think I didn't nail the color compared to that of Max's restaurant. Add the rest of the mayonnaise in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the celery to this. We're going to let the celery release its flavor, release its aroma. And after this, you could actually just leave it like that. That's done. Toasted it up. I'm going to transfer it onto our bowl. There you have it, that's my chicken sisig a la Max's style, although I didn't quite get the color of it, but let's taste it. So let me serve myself a little bit over here on this plate. And let's try it. A little of chicken skin over here, and a little bit of lemon. Now let's taste it. Hopefully I do justice. Okay. It's actually so good. It's so good. So good. I can't wait for you to try this at home as well. Stay tuned to the next quarantine cooking episode. I'll show you how I do Illuminati's original chicken sisig. And that's it. Easy, simple chicken sisig. So join me again soon on Quarantine Cooking. And that's delicious. Can't wait for you to try it.